At first, everything seemed normal. There was no obvious sign that something was wrong. But soon, the silence became impossible to ignore. Teyana, who was usually so active online, suddenly disappeared. Days passed without a single post. No selfies, no videos, not even a repost of someone else's content. For someone known for always being present, bubbly, and engaged with her audience, this kind of quiet didn't go unnoticed. People began to talk. Her fans were the first to pick up on it, but they weren't the only ones. Her close friends, her team, even gossip blogs started asking the same question: where is Teyana? At first, people assumed she was just taking a break from social media. It happens. Maybe she needed to rest or wanted time away from the spotlight. Others speculated that her relationship drama with Pierre had finally gotten to her. Breakups can be messy, and being in the public makes it 10 times worse. But no one expected what came next. One day, without warning, Teyana unfollowed Aaron. She didn't post a statement. She didn't throw shade. She simply removed him from her life online. All their pictures together vanished. No captions, no goodbye. Just gone. That's when things really took off. The internet exploded with questions, theories, and speculation. Something clearly wasn't right. Fans started digging, trying to figure out what was happening behind the scenes. Then, out of nowhere, Teyana posted a cryptic message on her Instagram story. A black screen with just 7 words: "Never trust the one who says, 'Trust me.'" That was all she said. But that one sentence said everything. Within minutes, the post went viral. Comment sections filled up, tweets flew in by the second, and YouTube creators dropped reaction videos trying to make sense of it. What could she possibly mean? As it turns out, the truth was darker than anyone could have imagined. According to someone close to Teyana, she had received a shocking video, something deeply personal and extremely private. It showed her during a very vulnerable moment. The worst part? She had no idea it had even been recorded. The video came from Aaron. But instead of apologizing or explaining, he sent it with a chilling message: "You better think twice before crossing me." No emotion. No regret. Just a threat. Cold and calculated. It was a betrayal so deep it went beyond heartbreak. It wasn't just the end of a relationship. It was the shattering of trust and safety. Teyana was devastated. Those close to her said she barely spoke. She shut everyone out and stopped leaving her home. Her team tried to stay calm, but they knew this wasn't just about a breakup anymore. Something much more serious was unfolding. To understand how things got to this point, we have to rewind a bit. In the weeks leading up to her disappearance, things between Teyana and Aaron had started to change. There were rumors going around that she had reconnected with her ex, former NBA player Iman Shumpert. While nothing was confirmed, the speculation alone seemed to set Aaron off. His behavior shifted. One moment, he was distant and cold. The next, he was overly involved, texting constantly, showing up without warning, asking endless questions about where she was and who she was with. At first, Teyana tried to be patient. She figured he was just feeling insecure and needed some reassurance. But soon, it became clear this wasn't about love or worry, it was about control. Things took an even stranger turn when Aaron began bringing up details he had no business knowing. Things Teyana had never told him. Things she had only discussed with her assistant or mentioned privately. She started to feel uneasy. Was she being watched? She asked her team to check her devices and home security. Nothing seemed out of place, until she got that video. Suddenly, all the strange behavior made sense. Aaron hadn't just been suspicious. He had been collecting things, secretly, quietly. He'd allegedly accessed her home security system early in their relationship when he still had her trust. Sources said he even had the passcode and could see when she was home or away. One insider shared that Aaron once convinced Teyana to download an app on her phone, claiming he was helping fix a glitch. Now, there's an ongoing investigation into whether that app was actually spyware used to track her communications. The scariest part? None of it seemed impulsive. It looked planned. Aaron had allegedly saved recordings of phone calls, screenshots of FaceTime conversations, and yes, even video clips from cameras she didn't know were active. When Teyana realized what was happening, she confronted him directly. At first, he denied everything. He tried to make excuses, claiming someone else must have accessed the video or that it was all a misunderstanding. But when she showed him the threatening message he sent, he froze. Then, as if following a script, he broke down and cried. He said he felt hurt and betrayed. He said he was scared of losing her. He claimed that's why he did it. That was the final straw. Teyana ended it immediately. She told her team to cut him off from everything. His access to her accounts, devices, and home systems was revoked. She changed her phone number. She blocked him on every platform. She didn't look back. But that's when things got even worse. Shortly after the confrontation, he sent her the video again, this time with another message. Not just a threat, but blackmail. "Stop disrespecting me or this gets out." He said he would leak the video. That he'd send it to blogs. Even worse, that he'd forward it to Amon. It was no longer just emotional abuse. It had become something twisted and dangerous. Now, people aren't just gossiping, they're scared for her. Teyana hasn't made another public statement yet, but insiders say she's working with legal experts and taking every precaution. What started as silence is now a warning. Not everything we see on the surface reflects the truth. And sometimes, the people closest to us are the ones we should fear the most. As soon as things started to spiral, Teyana's legal team jumped into action. Lawyers were contacted immediately, and her publicist began working behind the scenes to prepare for the storm that was coming. More than just statements, though. Her legal team got serious. They began collecting every piece of information: texts, emails, files, timestamps. This wasn't just about protecting her image anymore, they were building a full legal case. One of the attorneys involved explained the seriousness of the situation. If what Aaron did could be proven, this wasn't just a personal issue, it was a crime. Secretly recording someone, especially in moments meant to be private, is illegal. And using that kind of footage to intimidate or threaten someone crosses an even more serious legal line. If the video had been stored online or shared across different states, it might even be considered a federal offense. Online, people started noticing strange things. Fans pointed out missing posts and vague tweets. Some blogs hinted at insider information but claimed they couldn't reveal details due to legal concerns. Then a screenshot surfaced, allegedly from Aaron, texting a friend something chilling: "She thinks she's better than me. She made me look weak. I'm not going down alone." That single message set off an explosion. Social media lit up. With hashtags, #JusticeForTeyana, #AaronExposed, and #ProtectBlackWomen. Celebrities who once followed Aaron quietly unfollowed him. One even tweeted, "Too many men confuse love with control. It's not the same." No names were mentioned, but the internet knew who it was about. Through all the noise, Teyana stayed mostly silent. No interviews, no long posts, just one short Instagram story. A video of her daughter dancing in the kitchen, captioned, "My reason for everything." That one post said more than any press release could. Still, the internet kept digging. Fans found old interviews where Aaron talked about wanting to really know what people are thinking. Looking back, those comments gave people chills. Reddit threads popped up, with women sharing their past experiences with Aaron. Some said he followed them long after breakups. Others claimed he threatened to expose their private messages. Suddenly, this didn't seem like a one-time mistake. It looked like a pattern. Quietly, Teyana's legal team began reaching out to these women. If Aaron had done this before, it could show a disturbing history, and it could strengthen Teyana's case. If proven, it might even lead to jail time. Then came a major turn. A source revealed that federal investigators were considering stepping in. Because the evidence involved digital files, online communication, and potential blackmail, it could fall under federal cybercrime laws. If any of it crossed state lines, Aaron could be facing far more than public backlash. Meanwhile, Aaron vanished from the internet. No tweets, no posts, no subtle shade. Just silence, until suddenly, he went live on Instagram. There was no warning. No filter. No PR spin. Just Aaron, looking exhausted and disheveled. His eyes were puffy, his voice shaky. He kept repeating the same lines. "I didn't do anything." She twisted the story. "That video, it's not what you think." He bounced between anger and sadness, back and forth like a broken signal. "I loved her. I still love her," he said over and over, as if saying it might change something. But the damage was already done. His comments were flooded. Some mocked him. Others demanded answers. A few tried to defend him. But most had made up their minds. That live stream didn't clear his name. It buried it. After that, Aaron disappeared. Again. No more videos. No more excuses. No statement. Just silence. His career stalled. Casting calls stopped. His name, once seen in Hollywood headlines, was now trending for all the wrong reasons. Teyana, on the other hand, returned slowly. A quote here. A lyric there. No drama, no revenge. Just quiet strength. Her fans stood behind her, louder than ever. But there's still an uneasy feeling. The video hasn't been released. And that silence isn't peace. It's pressure. Legal teams are watching. Authorities are tracking. Everyone's holding their breath. Because if Aaron still has more, and if he chooses to use it, the storm could come back even stronger. This didn't start as a crime story. It began as love. But now, it's a warning for anyone who's ever had their trust turned into a weapon. And it's not over yet. And this is Pop Links.